What's up, guys? I'm CandidCrandell and welcome back to this week's episode of Spoiler Alert. I am just going to be focusing on Pretty Little Liars. I decided that doing multiple shows was a lot of work and it made the videos really long and I didn't like it and First things first is, who is this lady in black? Who is she? She's wearing a mask, so obviously we don't know, and she was wearing a dress that made it kind of hard to tell who it is. Everybody thinks it's Melissa, except Spencer, who thinks it's Allie. I'm kind of with Spencer on this one, though. Spencer also mentions that at both of Allie's funerals, they never saw a body. I don't know. I said last week, I think she's still alive. Does anybody else think Allie's still alive? I'm kind of gonna be mad, though, if she is. Really? You just played a prank on everyone that you were dead for like 2 years? That's not funny. Somebody moved Mona's RV. We all know that it was Toby, because A told him to do it, but why did he do it? We don't know until later. When Mona gets back in her car, another person with a mask is trying to kill her. Who's that person? Is that Toby? I don't think it's Toby, because why would he try to kill Mona? So it's not Mona, it's not Toby, it's not Wilden, because he's dead. Is it Ezra? That would be the biggest twist, if Ezra Fitz ended up being involved in any of this. The person who's in the car tries to run over Mona, Emily, and Aria with it, so they jump out of the way, and Emily hits her shoulder on a rock days before this huge swim meet that she has when she's trying to get onto the Stanford swim team. Emily's really got something to prove so that she can be there with Paige, because guess who else wants to go to Stanford for swim team? Shauna. That phone that was in Wilden's casket was Hannah's mom's phone. What was it doing in there? Why was that the incriminating thing that A needed them to get out of there, huh? It's not incriminating to any of them, but it might be incriminating for Ashley Marin, who I think killed Detective Wilden. Can't really blame her though, can you? Spencer finds out that she has been rejected from UPenn, making her the first Hastings to not go there. She hasn't told anybody yet, except Ezra, which is like a weird choice of people to tell. Why the hell not? We have to keep him around for something because he's not dating Aria anymore, right? I'm hoping that they're keeping him around because there's a reunion in the future. But there might not be, because Aria decided to start taking self-defense classes with this hottie named Jake. Aria kisses him for like a second, and then is like, oh my god, what the hell? I just miss Ezra. Ezra's hotter than this guy, but this guy's an okay rebound. Hannah finds her mom's shoes covered in mud. They're like completely trashed. Wonder how that happened. Hannah meets the parrot that used to be at Allie's grandmother's house and stayed in Allie's room. She thinks that maybe it knows something about the last few days that Allie was alive. Maybe parrots repeat things. Sure, all the time. Mrs. De Laurentiis says that the workers tearing down the gazebo in the backyard found her. Hannah asked if she saw Allie's body. Mrs. De Laurentiis says that she saw her yellow shirt and that was enough. So she didn't see a body. There was just a shirt there. There's no body at all. This whole thing, there's no body. What? What? I just really think she's alive. It does this little like cutscene where Allie is alive and talking to her mom, and she's in Cape May and she's trying to get her to let her invite all the girls down for like one last sleepover unsupervised at her parents' beach house. Her mom says no. Allie decides to hold her breath until her mom says yes. Eventually she does. Hannah reveals to Mrs. De Laurentiis that Allie never invited any of them down to Cape May. Allie was hanging out with somebody that wasn't Aria, Spencer, Emily, and Hannah. They have determined where Wilden was killed, by the lake where they dumped his car originally. There's Wilden's footprints and there's another set of footprints, a woman's with high heels. The girls all think it's Allie for some reason, but I really think it's Ashley. Toby moved the trailer for A in exchange for his mother's medical records from Radley, notes from on the day that she committed suicide. Toby really doesn't think that she did. Toby thinks that his mom was murdered at Radley. What? At the swim meet, after Emily took a bunch of pills to help her shoulder, she gets really, really loopy and hits her head on the side of the pool, and she doesn't get to finish the race, and what does this mean for getting into Stanford? Hannah brings the parrot over to the other girls. He is like singing this song. They can't figure out what it is until later when Spencer realizes It's a phone number, like the sound that the dial makes on the phone when she's dialing a certain number. The parrot was also saying the word board shorts. She was calling him when she was down in Cape May. Who is board shorts? What does he have to do with all of this? I don't even know who board shorts is. I don't know who it could be. Maybe it's Jake. Maybe that's why they're bringing him in as a martial arts instructor. A surprise, he's board shorts. We brought him in this season just so you would know who he was first, and then you're gonna find out later that he's board shorts. And the girls go back to try and record the bird singing. It's gone. Cage door open, window dispenser's room open. Wonder who could be responsible for that. Couldn't be A, could it? Oh yeah, it's A. We see that A has the parrot in their possession, so clearly this parrot knows something that we all need to know. Ashley Marin was seen disposing of her muddy shoes. Why is she getting rid of them? Still not really any closer to finding out who A is, but if you have any predictions for who A is, down in the comments, let me know. I would love to hear it. I would love to discuss it. I'm trying to figure it out, and I'm sure you are too. If you don't already, you can follow me on Twitter. My username is CandidCrandell. You can also follow me on Tumblr, username CandidCrandell. And you can follow me on Instagram, username, you guessed it, CandidCrandell. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you again next Thursday with another episode of Spoiler Alert.